Hello, students. Today, I am going to explain a beautiful poem called 3 Years She Grew by William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth was a famous English poet. He was born in 1770 and lived until 1850. He loved nature a lot. Nature means the world around us, like trees, rivers, mountains, and the sky. Wordsworth thought nature could teach us. He also thought it could make us feel strong emotions, like happiness or peace. He wrote many poems about nature and how it connects to people. Wordsworth was part of the Romantic movement. The Romantic movement was a time when writers and artists cared a lot about feelings. They also loved imagination and the beauty of nature. Before this time, people focused more on rules and cities. The Romantic movement changed that. It said nature and emotions are important. This video covers the explanation and analysis of 3 Years She Grew by William Wordsworth. Let us talk about the poem itself. 3 Years She Grew is about a little girl named Lucy. She is very young, only 3 years old. The poem tells us how nature decides to take her. Nature is written like a person in this poem. It can talk and think. Nature says it will raise Lucy and make her special. It wants to teach her things and give her qualities, like being playful or calm. But at the end, we find out Lucy dies. The person telling the poem, called the speaker, feels sad because Lucy is gone. He is left with memories and the natural places around him. This poem is part of the Lucy poems. The Lucy poems are a group of poems written by Wordsworth about a girl named Lucy. In these poems, Lucy often dies young. Wordsworth does not tell us who Lucy really was. Some people think she was not a real person. Others believe she was someone the poet loved. The poem is also called The Education of Nature. This means that nature is like a teacher to Lucy. The poem has 7 stanzas. Each stanza has 6 lines. This poem is about how nature shapes Lucy and how her death affects the speaker. Explanation of 3 Years She Grew by William Wordsworth. 3 years she grew in sun and shower. This means the girl, Lucy, lived for 3 years. Sun means the sunny days when the weather was bright and warm. Shower means rain. So, Lucy grew up with both sunshine and rain around her. This is Wordsworth's way of saying she grew up with nature all around her, sometimes sunny, sometimes rainy. Then nature said, a lovelier flower on earth was never sown. Nature is talking here. When we say nature, we mean everything natural, like trees, rivers, flowers, and the sky. Wordsworth is pretending that nature can speak like a person. Nature says that Lucy is like a beautiful flower, and there has never been a prettier flower on earth. The word of sown means planted, like when you plant a seed in the ground to grow a flower. So, nature is saying Lucy is the most beautiful child, like a flower that was planted on earth. Then, nature says, this child I to myself will take, she shall be mine, and I will make a lady of my own. This means nature decides to take Lucy for itself. Nature wants to keep Lucy close and make her special, like a lady who belongs to nature. In simple words, nature loves Lucy so much that it wants to take care of her and make her part of the natural world. Wordsworth is telling us that Lucy is a very special child. Nature loves her so much that it wants to take her away. Myself will to my darling be both law and impulse. Nature is speaking again. Nature calls Lucy my darling, which means someone very dear and loved. Nature says it will be both law and impulse for Lucy. Law means rules, like the rules we follow in school. Impulse means a sudden feeling or urge to do something, like when you suddenly feel like running or laughing. So, nature is saying it will guide Lucy with rules and also with natural feelings. In simple words, nature will teach Lucy everything she needs to know. And with me, the girl, in rock and plain, in earth and heaven, in glade and bower. This means nature will take Lucy on a journey. They will travel together, and Lucy will see how kind the earth and sea can be. Nature is promising to show Lucy all the beauty and kindness of the world, including earth and the sea. Shall feel an overseeing power. To kindle or restrain. So, nature is saying it will show Lucy everything beautiful in the world, from the land and sea to the sky and stars. This stanza is all about how nature wants to be Lucy's teacher and guide. It wants to show her the wonders of the world. So, nature is saying Lucy will share the happiness that nature has to offer. She shall be sportive as the fawn that wild with glee across the lawn. The word sportive means playful and full of energy. A fawn is a baby deer. Wild with glee means very happy and free. A lawn is a grassy area, like a park. So, nature is saying Lucy will be as playful and happy as a baby deer running around on the grass. Or up the mountain springs. This means Lucy will jump and play on the mountains. Springs here means to jump or leap, like how a deer jumps around. So, Lucy will be full of energy, running and jumping in nature. And hers shall be the breathing balm. The word balm means something that heals or makes you feel better, like a soothing cream for your skin. Breathing balm means the fresh air of nature that feels good to breathe. Nature is saying Lucy will have this fresh, healing air all around her. And hers the silence and the calm of mute insensate things. The word mute means silent, something that does not speak. Insensate means without feelings or without life, like rocks or water. So, mute insensate things means things in nature that do not talk or feel, like rocks, rivers, or trees. Nature is saying Lucy will also have the quiet and peace of these things. She will feel calm and silent like the rocks and rivers around her. This stanza tells us more about how nature wants Lucy to live. She will be playful like a baby deer, but also calm and peaceful like the quiet parts of nature. It is like nature wants to give her both energy and peace at the same time. The floating clouds their state shall lend to her. Floating clouds are the clouds you see moving in the sky. State here means their beauty or their way of being. Lend means to give for a short time. So, nature is saying the clouds will give their beauty to Lucy. It is like saying Lucy will be as light and beautiful as the clouds. For her the willow bend. A willow is a type of tree with long, hanging branches. Bend means to lean or bow down. So, nature is saying the willow tree will bend down for Lucy, like it is showing her respect or love. Nor shall she fail to see even in the motions of the storm grace that shall mold the maiden's form. Nor shall she fail to see means Lucy will definitely see something. Motions of the storm means the movements of a storm, like the wind, rain, or lightning. Grace means beauty or elegance. So, nature is saying that even in a storm, Lucy will see beauty. The last part, that shall mold the maiden's form by silent sympathy, means this beauty will shape Lucy into a maiden, a young lady. Mold means to shape, like how you shape clay into a pot. Silent sympathy means a quiet understanding or connection. So, nature is saying the beauty of the storm will shape Lucy into a lovely young lady through a quiet, gentle connection. This stanza is about how nature will give Lucy beauty and grace. Even things like clouds, trees, and storms will help her grow into a wonderful person. It shows how much nature cares for her and wants her to be special. The stars of midnight shall be dear to her. Midnight means the middle of the night, when it is very dark. The stars at midnight are the ones we see when the sky is clear and dark. Dear means loved or precious. So, nature is saying Lucy will love the stars at night. And she shall lean her ear in many a secret place. This means Lucy will listen carefully in special hidden places in nature. Lean her ear means to listen closely, like when you try to hear something faint. Where rivulets dance their wayward round. A rivulet is a small stream or river, like a tiny flow of water. Dance means to move happily, and a wayward round means moving in a free, winding way. So, this means small streams of water will move around like they are dancing. And beauty born of murmuring sound shall pass into her face. Murmuring sound means a soft, quiet sound, like the gentle noise of water flowing in a stream. Beauty born of murmuring sound means the beauty that comes from this soft sound. Shall pass into her face means this beauty will show on Lucy's face. So, nature is saying that the soft sounds of the streams will make Lucy's face even more beautiful. This stanza tells us how Lucy will connect with nature in quiet secret places. She will love the stars and listen to the streams, and their beauty will make her even prettier. It is like nature is giving her gifts of beauty through sounds and sights. And vital feelings of delight shall rear her form to stately height. Vital feelings means strong, lively emotions. Delight means happiness. Rear her form means to raise or grow her body. Stately height means a tall, elegant height, like someone who stands proudly. So, nature is saying that happy, lively feelings will help Lucy grow tall and beautiful. Her virgin bosom swell. Virgin means pure or untouched, and bosom means chest. Swell means to grow or expand. So, this means Lucy will grow into a young woman, pure and lovely. Such thoughts to Lucy I will give while she and I together live here in this happy dell. Such thoughts means good and happy thoughts. Together live means nature and Lucy will be together. A dell is a small valley, like a little green area between hills. So, nature is saying it will give Lucy happy thoughts while they live together in a beautiful valley. But then, everything changes. Thus nature spake, the work was done, how soon my Lucy's race was run. Thus nature spake means this is what nature said. The work was done means nature finished what it wanted to do with Lucy. How soon my Lucy's race was run means Lucy's life ended very quickly. Race here means her life, like a race, ended soon. She died, and left to me this heath, this calm and quiet scene, the memory of what has been, and never more will be. This means Lucy died. The nature has stopped speaking and the speaker/the poet is speaking now. He says left to me means all that is left for the poet is what he describes next. This heath means a flat open area of land with grass. This calm and quiet scene means the peaceful place around him. The memory of what has been means the poet only has memories of Lucy now. And never more will be means she will never come back. This last stanza is very sad. After all the beauty and promises nature made, we learn that Lucy dies. The poet, Wordsworth, is left alone with just the memory of her and the quiet nature around him. It shows us that even though nature loved Lucy so much, her life was very short. Analysis of 3 Years She Grew by William Wordsworth. In this poem, William Wordsworth wants to show us how nature can shape a person's life. Lucy grows up with the beauty of nature, and it makes her special. But her death also reminds us that life does not last forever. Wordsworth often wrote about how nature and human life are connected, and this poem is one example of that. One theme in this poem is the power of nature. A theme is the main idea or message in a story or poem. Nature is shown as a teacher, a guide, and a friend to Lucy. It shapes her into a beautiful person. Another theme is mortality. It means shortness of life. Even though Lucy is so loved by nature, she only lives for 3 years. This makes us think about how precious life is. Another thing to notice is how Wordsworth uses words to create pictures in our minds. This is called imagery. For example, when he talks about the fawn, we can imagine a baby deer running happily on the grass. When he says rivulets dance their wayward round, we can picture small streams moving around like they are dancing. This imagery helps us feel closer to nature, just like Lucy was. Let us also talk about the tone of the poem. The tone is the feeling the poet gives us through his words. At the beginning, the tone is happy and loving. Nature speaks so kindly about Lucy, and everything seems wonderful. But at the end, the tone becomes sad because Lucy dies. This change in tone makes the poem very emotional for us to read. I hope you enjoyed this video on explanation and analysis of 3 Years She Grew by William Wordsworth. That's all for now. Good luck with your studies.